Hi! Welcome to my class. Our lesson for today is about measures of variation. But before we move on, I would like to ask you first, do you still remember what represents the color of the UAE flag? We studied this in Term 1 when we have the project-based learning on slope. Do you remember? Okay, let me remind you about the color red today. And later on, we're going to study the next colors. The red represents hardiness, bravery, strength, and courage. But mind you, sweethearts, bravery to resist the bad things, strength and courage to do all good things for others and not for our own sake only, like what our UAE leaders are doing. They are going to do everything for the common good. Right? Now, let us move to the objective of our lesson. We are going to calculate the mean absolute deviation of a data set, and we're going to use the standard deviation of the data set. Let us work on this first example. The table below shows the heights of the 2 to 4 years old camels that will take 4 to 5 kilometer races. They are going to have an electronic robot jockeys that can be commanded to use the whip antenna and pull the reins. Do you know about the camel racing now? Before they are using people for jockeys. Now they are using electronic robots. These robots weigh 5 kilograms. And they can be commanded by people. The heights of the 2 to 4 years old camels that will take 4 to 5 kilometer races were given below. They are written in meters. So we are going to find the mean by adding all the heights divided by the total number of camels that was measured. Adding all the heights divided by 10 will come up to 15 divided by 10. So the mean is equal to 1.5. To find the absolute value of the difference between each value in the dataset and the mean, we're going to subtract the mean from the height of each camel. The answer will always be positive even if it is negative because we are dealing with absolute values. So, we're going to find the average of the absolute values of the differences between each value in the dataset and the mean. Adding up all the answers in the average of the absolute value divided by the number of camels, we can come up with 1.6 divided by 10, which is equivalent to 0.16. Therefore, the mean absolute deviation is 0.16. This is the average difference of the heights of camels from the mean height of 0.16. Now, let us work on this. The standard deviation of the grade 8 students' marks in quiz 1 is 1.3. Describe the marks that are within one standard deviation of the mean. The quiz marks are written on the table. We've got 9, 9, 7, 6, 7, 9, 8, 10. There are 8 graded students who took the quiz. To find out the mean, we are going to add all the marks divided by the total number of students who took it. So we can come up with 65 all over 8. Therefore, the mean is equal to 8.125. To find out the range of values that is within one standard deviation of the mean, we're going to subtract and add the standard deviation from the mean. So, the mean plus the standard deviation and the mean minus the standard deviation. So, 8.125 plus 1.3 is equal to 9.425. And 8.125 minus 1.3 is 6.825. Therefore, the marks that are between 6.825 to 9.425 are within one standard deviation of the mean. What about this problem? Palm trees can be seen around the UAE. The average height of the said tree is about 32 to 50 feet tall. Abdullah's garden is full of palm trees. The heights are listed down in the table. Find the mean absolute deviation of the set of data and describe what the mean absolute deviation represents. There are 10 palm trees that was measured, and the heights were 48, 42, 50, 36, 36, 34, 44, 48, 43, and 42. What are we going to do? We are going to get the mean by adding all the heights of the palm trees divided by the total number of the trees that was measured. So it will give us 423 divided by 10. And the answer is 42.3. The mean is 42.3. Now we are going to solve for the absolute value. The absolute value is the height of the palm tree minus the mean. Each height will be subtracted by the mean. And we can come up with 10 absolute values. To find the average of the absolute value differences, we're going to add all the absolute values divided by the number of trees that was measured. So we can come up with 43.9 divided by 10, which will give us 4.39. And the mean absolute deviation is 4.39. It's easy. As what Sheikh Zayed said, education is like a lantern that lights your way in a dark alley. So whenever you are confused with our lesson, I want you to go back. Watch the steps again carefully. Slowly and carefully, and I know you will understand it. You see, math is always easy. Till next lesson. Bye-bye.